Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction to Classroom of the Elite Season 3, Episode 2. Well, last episode we started our new big exam, and it's another field trip, this time to the mountains and a bit of a hot springs resort. And the test involves splitting everyone up between genders first and foremost, so you're going to have the female side and the male side. And then after that, we're splitting the groups into just a bunch of different people from different classes. A couple from Class A, B, C, and D, and you gotta try to work together, try to succeed in a bunch of exams, and there's just a lot of other stuff in the background going on right now that's might even be a bit too overwhelming for Ayana Koji, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now we have Sakaya Nagi focusing her attention on dealing with Class B, Kushida still being a bit of a menace and not really cooperating very well with Suzune, and we obviously know that she wants to deal with Ayano Koji, and she's not and she already said to Suzune that she hasn't given that promise to protect him as well, so I don't know if she'll try to pull something this time as well, but either way. But the main thing that's happening, at least for Ayano Koji, is that he is repaying the favor that he owes the former student council president and Horikita's brother, and his request is to help him take down the current student council president, who they don't get along so well. They have a lot of different ideas and ideals, and yeah, he wants them taken down a notch and possibly just taken down for good. But we'll really have to see what Ayano Koji is capable of this time, because he's dealing with people that are a year and possibly even 2 years ahead of him. So, and obviously in the Class A and Class Bs of the world too. So it's going to be pretty tough for him. But Ayano Koji is very capable, as we have seen throughout the entire show. So we can't wait to see how he gets it done, and let's get into it and find out how it starts. There'll be two versions of this reaction. There'll be the timer-based version, one second for your own video player to that. Or if you want to stay on this video, there'll be a smaller version of my own video player on the other side of the screen for you. Without further ado, let's get into Classroom of the Elite Season 2, excuse me. Without further ado, let's get into Classroom of the Elite Season 3, Episode 2. And our quotes. Man is wolf to man. Well, that's a very short and sweet one. Basically saying that man hunts down men just as much as anyone else. Boars? I thought it was wolves. That's a really good question. What are you doing? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Damn, that's a big ass mountain. Can't help being injured. What even happened to him? How did he get injured now is the question. Damn. Did the man just hunt a boar? Okay, Koenji. Did you kill it with your bare hands? My god, the guy's a freak. Put an arm on him, interesting. Actually, he does see it correctly. What's it gonna take to actually get him to work together with everyone else? And that's the question. Still, I kind of want to know what the heck happened to Yukimura. How did the hell did he injure his leg? We didn't really see that, I don't think, in the last episode that I'm remembering. I mean, they had that little bit of a skirmish like in the room, like when they woke up and Koenji wasn't around, but I didn't think that was nothing really happened, I didn't think. At least not that would have actually injured him seriously. He just kind of held the one dude from Class D back. It's hard to get used to calling our class Class C and calling the former Class C Class D. I feel like I'm saying the wrong thing sometimes, but that's how it is now. At least currently, we'll see how long it lasts. Koenji is still just the weirdest guy ever, though. That's never changed. He has been perfectly consistent the whole time. I think I know from who. Local hunter, yeah. That's one way to put it.
すみません。これ落としませんでしたか？
あ、本当だ。ありがとう。危なくなくすとこだった。まさか君が拾ってくれるなんてね。
俺のこと知ってるんですか？
堀北先輩とのリレーで目立ってたからね。みやび、じゃあわかんないか。南雲生徒会長も君に注目してるよ。
Well, that's not good.
足の速さ以外は全然ですよ。
Sure, sure.
どうすれば南雲先輩から目をつけられなくなりますかね。
なんなら君が倒しちゃえば。私としてもみやびにはちょっとくらい負けてもらいたいし。
For being the student council president, he doesn't seem particularly popular.
やだもう、冗談だって。
南雲先輩を倒されたらやっぱり困りますか？
マジで
It's an interesting question.
先輩は他の2年生と違って南雲みやびに浸水しているわけじゃなさそうですから。
生意気言うね。私だってみやびとは結構深い関係なんだけどな。
A bad history or a good one?
わかった。
I'd guess it's a bad one.
お礼ってことで聞きたいことがあるなら答えてあげる。
ありがとうございます。俺が聞きたいのは女子のグループ分けの時のことです。
Getting some pretty valuable intel there, it sounds like. Was that really by coincidence?
なあ石崎、ちょっといいか。よくねえよ。試験までもう2日しかない。このままだとかなり危ういぞ。せえな。大学でも何でも上等だ。俺は小中とサッカーをやってた。いきなり何の話だよ。
Talking like across the whole room.
エースってわけじゃないが、それなりにうまくやってた。んだよ、自慢かよ。
Where is this story going?
となって全国目指している中、どこか冷めて見てる自分がいた。この場にいちゃいけないってな。
でもお前、今サッカー部じゃないだろう。
ああ、隠れてタバコ吸ってた時期がある。
Quite the delinquent attitude.
バレて退部ってことか？
いや、うまく隠れてたからな。けど、疎外感みたいなのはずっと感じてた。だからサッカーはやめた。けど、たまに後悔する。サッカー部の連中を見てると、俺もあの場所にいたかもしれないってな。昔のお前らは どんなだったんだよ。
あ、俺は何もねえよ。
Oh, you have to have some stories. Come on.
俺は
This is good bonding.
小さい頃から勉強漬けだった。運動は苦手で、そもそも運動能力なんて伸ばしても無意味だと思ってた。
それで勉強が得意になったわけだ。
ああ、自分の学力は A クラスにふさわしいと信じていた。
But the school cares for a lot more than
配
just
属されたのは D クラス。
smarts.
納得がいかなかった。けど俺の対局にある須藤の方が気がつけば俺なんかよりよっぽどクラスの役に立ってた。俺は今無人島や体育祭の時と同じ。
Man, he's really spilling his beans. He's crying, damn.
でいっぱいだ。
お前、
すまない石崎。手本を見せるべき責任者がこんな状態だ。
ざけんな。なので謝んなよ。
Well, it seems to be working for getting them to bond a little bit.
お前に指示されるのはムカついたけどよ。こんな寄せ集めグループ、お前以外に責任者引き受けるやつなんかいなかったろうな。
石崎、
あぶれ者の集まりも思ったより悪くないよな。
誰があぶれ者だ。
You. There we go. We're starting to bond. The team's coming together, and then there's probably Koenji who doesn't give a shit about anything. At least he's hanging around the people for once. That's progress, right? Even if he's not doing any work.
お前はちょっと休んでろ。
いやしかし
本番走れなくなる方が迷惑なんだよ。
Wow. He's actually helping out.
任せたからな。120点ぐらい取れよ。
いい心がけだね、不良くん。
うっせえ、殺すぞ、高円寺。
And there he goes. Well, he was here for a minute at least.
明日の駅伝についてだが、思いついた作戦を聞いてほしい。
作戦？
駅伝はグループ各員の最低走行距離が定められてる。けどそれを守る限り特定の生徒が余分に走ることは禁じられてない。
得意なやつにできるだけ長距離を走らせるってことか。
Well, Ayano Koji is definitely going to get put on one of the longest runs then.
きつい負担になるが。
いいぜ、走ってやるよ。お前の分までな。
となれば俺もだな。長距離は苦手じゃないんでね。
ありがとう。
アルベルトはどうなんだ？
ああ、そこそこ速いけど、持久力は意外とねえんだよ、こいつ。サーリー。その代わり急な下り坂の
じゃあ俺もできるだけやってみる。いいのか清高。過度な期待はしないでくれ。
He might not go all out this time.
高円寺だが、
あいつを説得するのは無理だろうな。結局出たとこ勝負か。
Just gotta hope he doesn't completely destroy us.
みーちゃんは一ノ瀬さんのグループだったよね。うちのクラスから一人だけ。
おうお前ら元気にやってっか？
スローくんは相変わらずだね。みんなも元気そうで。
困ったことがあったら何でも相談して。
Note exchange happening? Yep. Uh-oh. What do we have here?
そんなところで泣いてるんだ。
泣いてませんし。
明日の試験が不安なのか。
私が不安なのは堀北くんのことです。
She was one of the other student council people when he was in charge.
堀北くんはずっと一人で戦ってるんです。私たちが足を引っ張っていたから、いつも自分を犠牲にして仲間を守ってきてくれたんです。今だって南雲くんとの勝負を一人で背負い込んで。
Well, not necessarily. He's actually
なのに
getting some help from someone. That's really close by, actually.
本当に今困ってることはないのか。
しつこいですね。何もありません。このことは忘れてください。
That is some loud ass snoring. Jesus. Good luck sleeping through that. Where is Mr. Class A going at this hour?
Hashimoto to Ryuen. さすがにここからじゃ何を話してるかまでは
And there's both presidents. So we got Sakaya Nagi's right-hand man, Ryuen, and the both
迎えた全4市の
both
試験
student council presidents.
筆記試験では雪村が本領を発揮しスピーチ試験も順当に進んだだがやはり大きく結果を左右する
The marathon run.
順位によって大きな差が出る駅伝
Not the best reaction time. Get all the nerds out of the way first. Alright, here's one of the good runners. Alright, Mr. Short distance runner. Not the best technique, but it works, I guess. So Yukimura, yep. So we got two more after him. Koenji and Ayana Koji.
雪村俺に余分に走らせたんだから根性見せろや
Alright. I wonder where they rank so far. Ayana Koji number 8. Is a little bit back, but is not completely out of it. So close. Ooh, man. Well, you made it. Now take a rest.
あとは任せろ
Well, leave the rest to me and Ayana and Koenji. He's actually there. Oh, and it's Pseudo.
さて軽く汗を流してこようじゃないか
Wow. He's actually gonna work together? What brought this on?
8日間の合同合宿よく頑張った試験の平均点は例年以上男子は全グループがボーダーラインを超えており退学者はゼロとなった
Alright, good.
最初から分かってたことだぜ
ファミリー
Family.
総合点1位は3年 A クラス堀北学のグループ
やったな堀北
おめでとうございます堀北先輩
Man, we've like skimmed through all the exam stuff. Now we gotta figure out what the hell's been going on this whole time.
さてそうですかね
一方女子グループだが残念ながらボーダーを下回ったグループが一つある責任者3年 B クラス碇桃子のグループだ
何をした仲間
落ち着いてくださいよ藤巻先輩結果発表の最中っすよ どうして A クラスの藤巻先輩が焦ってるんだ。責任者は B クラスなのに。問題なのは責任者じゃなく道連れの方だと思うぞ。
残念だが怒り、そして怒りが連帯責任に指定する生徒は退学となる。怒り、誰を指定する？
決まっています。私たちのグループの平安を乱した立花茜さんです。
すべて南雲の罠。直接対決など目くらましのフェイク。最初から標的は立花。
He got his own second in command,
子飼いの女子たちを操り、わざとボーダーを下回って
knocked down to just take her down too.
するためだけのグループを作り上げた。
立花、なぜ俺を頼らなかった？
それは堀北くんの負担になることが分かって。
You're a damn fool.
ごめんなさい。
麗しき友情、あるいは愛情といったところっすね。教えてくださいよ。今どんな気分か。今までになくイラついてるんじゃないですか。
How the hell did you get elected?
なぜあえて
How does anyone like you?
見てみたかったんですよ。彼女の存在を消した時どんな顔をするのか。
一度の好奇心で大きなものを失ったぞ南雲。方針こそ違えど俺はお前を信用していた。
信用なんざ自分から捨てたんですよ。必要なら何人でも退学者を出せばいい。それがこの学校本来のやり方です。
Damn, he's kind of trash.
南雲の悪意の勝利だが、堀北学にとって立花は必ずしも必要な駒ではないはずだ。
お前は立花が退学する前提で話を進めているようだな。先生、ポイントを使って購入したいものがあります。
Oh.
待って堀北くん。
へえ、五分五分かと思ってましたが、本当に吐き出すんですか？立花先輩を救うために大量のポイントを。
お願いやめて。私の責任だから。
すまない、みんな。
They're all working together.
A クラスの座を明け渡すってことですよ。
仮に一度明け渡すとしてもまた取り戻すだけだ。
堀北くん。
まあそれもいいんじゃないすかね。二面性は南雲だけではなかったということか。
ほんと信じられない。よくあんな作戦できたなって感じ。私があの怒りって先輩なら退学になるなんて絶対ごめんだけど。
少なくとも怒りは退学にはならない。
え、なんで？
立花茜と同じだ。
They're buying her back?
大量のポイント支出による退学救済。その肩代わりは南雲が約束したはず。
それ、南雲先輩も大損じゃないの
？2年生は南雲の下で一枚岩だ。全員から集めれば安い買い物。
Damn.
対して一クラスで賄わなくちゃならない堀北学は
So he has the entire year under his foot, but
すごいめちゃくちゃな。
Horikita only has his Class A
それ
people.
が南雲みやびの戦い方なんだろうな。
忘れ物ないだろうな。確認したって言ったろ。信用しろって。
そろそろ別れた方がいい。
あと一つだけ教えて。もし私が同じ状況になったら、その時はどうすることも。
お前を退学にはさせ
Oh,
どんな手を使ってもな。
that's what she wanted to hear.
そしてここから全学年を巻き込み、高度育成高等学校の退学者は
Well, that's
続
ominous.
していくことになる。
That's very ominous. That's what you're ending us on? Okay. Well, damn, it felt like we skipped some stuff in that episode, honestly. We kind of just went straight to the point, but it felt like there were a lot of things that should have happened that we never actually saw happen. Like the whole thing with Sakai Nagi going after Class B. We didn't see really anything happen with Kushida. And it felt like there was some other stuff too that just didn't really get explained too well, like the whole deal with Yukimura getting injured and why Koenji was actually willing to help out in the marathon race. Huh. I'm not sure if the episode just skipped a lot of stuff from the novels or if it really just happened that way in the novels. It felt a little bit more rushed than I thought it was going to be, though. Not to say it was bad, I still enjoyed what we got, but it just seemed kind of lacking for how much we set up in the first episode. I don't know, maybe next episode they'll explain it a little bit more in detail. Or maybe not, because it sounds like there's something else, like an even bigger storm coming for the entire school next episode too. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We might be losing some people finally though, if what they were saying was true. All right. So that was Classroom of the Elite Season 3, Episode 2, and we've wrapped up the exam in pretty fast fashion, I would say. Like, it felt a little bit rushed to me personally. I don't know. I mean, it was still good what we got. I just felt like there was a lot of other stuff happening that just didn't really get covered that thoroughly, at the very least. But what we did get was some pretty interesting stuff. We got to see the conclusion of the Student Council President Showdown, and it was definitely a way to show how that Miyabi guy, the year 2 Student Council President, is he's a pretty bad guy, I guess is just the easiest way to put it. He is definitely not afraid to do some very horrible crap in a way to get his own way, and he was basically sacrificing his own second in command to get Horikita's second in command knocked out as well, and both of them ultimately decided to spend a bunch of points to keep their person around because that's the one bonus of the school is that it doesn't matter what it is, you can spend points on it. So yeah, both of them were, or those two were the ones that got expelled, but it was ultimately a win for the Miyabi group because, as they explained at the end there, Horikita, the third year, he basically only has his own class of Class A under his like full control, where the year 2 guy basically has his entire year under his control, Class A, B, C, and D. Like everyone follows his suit, and I don't really know why they do because the guy's a pretty big scumbag, but I guess he is pretty smart too, so I guess that's why they follow him. But either way, yeah, I mean, technically, Horikita won the fight of the exam, but Miyabi won the long game with the whole punishment being dealt out. So there's that, and on top of that, it doesn't seem like we're entirely out of the woods yet because even though those expulsions did get canceled out because of like some very high point spending, Ayano Koji pointed to a very ominous thing that's probably going to happen in the next episode or two, where we're going to be seeing a lot of expulsions happen throughout the entirety of the student body in years 1, 2, and 3. And that seems to be what Miyabi wants to do for some reason. I don't know why he's so like determined to get people as many people expelled as possible from the school, but that's what he wants to do for some reason. And if Ayano Koji's telling the truth at the end of that episode, then it's going to start happening next episode. So we'll have to see who gets the short end of the stick. We saw some other things going on. Obviously, there was that whole like weird meetup we had where Sakaya Nagi's second in command, Ryuen, and the two student council presidents all had that secret meetup at the dead of night. And Ayano Koji wasn't able to make out what they were saying, so I don't know exactly how all of them are working together or what the deal is with that whole situation. But yeah, still a lot of interesting stuff going on, even if the entire exam was kind of overlooked a little bit that episode. Still a lot of other cool stuff happening that I'm willing to be fine with that and hope that we get to see some cool stuff happen in the next couple episodes. So with that, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. This has been Classroom of the Elite Season 3, Episode 2, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.